Hello, my name is Morgan Pierce, and I am head of marketing for the CVA, which is a role that I definitely enjoy and consider a privilege. This is our first video interview of the executive director, Alex Schell of the CVA. And this is something that we're going to be doing on a monthly basis to bring a recap of all of the CVA news to our members. So you can expect this to come to you in the beginning of every month. So this is our September recap. And I have with me head of the communications working group, Samuel Dion, and our executive director of the CVA, Alex Schell. Thank you both for being with me today and for taking the news from September. And so we'll start off, Alex, since this is the first time that we have done this video interview. I thought we might start off by asking you to give us your impression of the CVA after being in your role as our new executive director since the 1st of May.
Okay, sure. A lot of things have happened since I started a couple of months ago, and we kind of cleaned up the CVA. We hired about 50 new officers. We're still hiring new officers for the different working groups. We rebooted a lot of working groups. We established, I think it's seven new partnerships with different partners, associations around the world, mostly nonprofit. And we kind of repositioned the CVA because we as CVA are objective, independent, and not a commercial entity. And I think that's something that people should understand, and that changed compared to the past.
What are your goals? So you've been in the role for 5 months. What are your goals for the next 5 months, or until you sort of come up on your first year anniversary, which would be the end of April?
There are quite many. So one of them is next year's Crypto Valley Conference, which we already started planning. So Crypto Valley 2020. Then there's a new platform that will be kicked off later. More information about that. And of course, to complete revamping and rebuilding all the different working groups. So those are my kind of top 3 priorities for the next coming months.
So we're on to the news for the month of September.
So last week we were at Blockchain for Impact, which was an event at the United Nations in Geneva, organized by the Geneva Macro Labs. So the event was aiming at offering a new space for information exchange, debating, critical reflection, about opportunities of using distributed ledger technology with sustainable development goals. So I was there actually last week with Alexander. And so yeah, Alexander, would you have anything to say about that? What was the role of the CVA at this event?
Yeah, sure, cool. First of all, thank you for flying in. I mean, you flew in all the way from Canada. Very impressive. And we also had a couple of others there, also from the Western chapter, because we at CVA, we have a Western chapter and a Southern chapter, and the head of the Western chapter is Jerome. And Emily, also from the Western chapter, representing the CVA, also in their presentations and participation at the event. And also big thank you to Geneva Macro Labs, because, I mean, without this new partner, it wouldn't have been possible for us to attend the actual conference. And we attended in capacity of subject matter experts. So we gave our expertise about blockchain, about DLT technology, and where we see everything is going. So I was co-moderating the actual event with Severine from RTS. So she kind of made a summary about different topics that were happening, and I commented those topics. So just from personal experience, things that I saw in the market, knowledge, whatever came to mind.
I mean, it was a great event. We had the chance to see many key players of the industry, namely Bertrand Perez from Libra Association, and we had, Olivia Chang from CNN Money. It was a great event, which lasted, if I'm not mistaken, 2 days. So it was fantastic. Now, if we key on the subject of event, there's something that I'd like to talk about, and some of our members might know about it. So there is the upcoming Block Show Asia that is organized by Cointelegraph. So as last year, Crypto Valley Association took part in it and basically partnered to offer different perks to our members. Now, this year is a little different. Could you talk to us about that, Alexander?
Yeah, sure. I mean, actually, many things changed. Not only in regards to Block Show Asia, but also the Singapore FinTech Festival. So last year, people basically came and they paid for their participation, but they only got a slot of, I think it's 2 hours each on each day of both of those conferences. But for this year, when people come to us, they get a discount. So I think it's for the individual tickets about 70% off as a CVA member. For the booths themselves, they're also, I think it's 10 or 15% off on the actual price. And they're going to have a regular booth, just like all the other attendees. And yeah, so it's completely different. There's not only a time slot, but there's an entire booth that is representing the company and the startup that is attending the conference. And that's for the Blockshow Asia event, as well as the Singapore FinTech Festival.
Oh, well, okay, cool. I mean, that's a lot of stuff. So would you have the dates of the event?
Yeah, so the Singapore FinTech Festival is from the 11th to the, I think it's the 14th, no, 13th, and then from the 14th and 15th of November, that's Blockshow Asia. So it's directly afterwards, so people have managed to go to Singapore, attend the Singapore FinTech Festival, and then directly move on to Blockshow Asia.
Okay, thank you. So now, if I can switch on another matter, because we're talking about events, we're talking about partnerships. The CVA has done some really interesting strategic partnerships in the past couple of weeks and months. Could you talk to us about that?
Yeah, we are trying to establish a lot of partnerships with non-profit organizations, because we are looking at what are they doing in the market and in their respective jurisdiction and community. And one of the very interesting collaborations that we signed is, for example, the International Digital Asset Exchange Association and Global Digital Finance from London, so from the UK. And those two organizations are focused on creating standards. It's kind of standards for a new generation of SWIFT system that is going to connect banks and financial transfer intermediaries, service providers, and so on. And we are one of the founding members of the International Digital Exchange Association, and also a partner of Global Digital Finance. So that's something completely new, and we are representing for Switzerland and supporting with expertise in regulation, technology, and our views and opinions of our subject matter experts.
That's actually really incredible for our members, I think.
That's pretty nice, yeah.
To have that kind of representation on a global level with organizations that are really looking to set standards. I think it's amazing that we're taking the board and the CVA are making strides towards representing our membership at that level. I think that's a real perk.
Yeah, and they're only
cool.
Yeah, and they're the only two of those associations or entities globally, and we partner with both. So we're looking forward to not only have a big impact, but be involved in all discussions and really have our members heard, because that's what we're there for. We want to be involved and finally come to the best possible outcome for our members.
Awesome. Well, and actually on the same subject of best possible outcome for our members, one of the things that I know that you've been working really hard on is bringing to our membership a new member portal. And so I think we've recently hit a big milestone in that area. Do you want to talk a little bit about what you've been doing there and what you hope to deliver to the membership in the next couple of months?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it took many months, and I've been working very hard on this. Also, the board and so on, and everybody who's involved. Especially, there's another lady, Noemi. She's Mexican but living in Basel. She was very helpful, incredibly doing a lot of work. It's just, I mean, you don't even ask her to do something, and she's already she's done it.
She's amazing. Yeah.
And so we signed a contract with a French company that's providing our new member platform. And this platform is completely different from what you see right now. I mean, our current platform is based on WordPress, and it doesn't have a lot of functionalities. But the new platform is something completely different. It kind of makes the entire ecosystem come to life. So we're having there a portal where members can find startups can find investors can find banks, startups can find law firms. It's basically for all the different players to communicate and to come together on this portal for doing business, but also to align, to get to know each other, to benefit and prosper by coming together. And that's something that's not existent, to my knowledge, in the blockchain area, not only in Switzerland, but worldwide. And even cooler, we're going to have a mobile app on iOS and Android where people can chat with each other, see other CVA members nearby, see the events, have their tickets for attending CVA events and partner events. And that's very cool stuff happening.
So it's a huge upgrade to the facilities that our members have right now online, which admittedly the board of the CVA and all of us here who are working really hard to bring something better to our members, we know that what we're offering right now is it's just not satisfactory. And so we have a goal to bring this to our membership by the end of this year, I think. And it's such an exciting program to be a part of. It's a real privilege to see this kind of change. And along with this kind of change, I think we have some new information on getting some offices for the CVA and maybe some new resources. So we're about to wrap up. Tell us what you've been doing in terms of establishing like a firm place for the CVA to exist.
The other thing that we did, we went around in also Zurich, because I'm living in Zurich. Many of the people in the CVA, actually majority of the people are living in Zurich, have their business there, or have jobs, employment in Zurich. So we were looking at different offices in Zurich, and we finally found a location where we're going to work. It's a hotel, which is a neutral place, because we were looking at also other different locations, but we prefer to have something where we're neutral, where we're there's no other influence. I mean, what we want to do is be the neutral voice, and we want to do everything in the best interest of our members. And we're not interested in sitting somewhere and being influenced, or anybody having power over us in the sense of saying, okay, now you have to act a certain way, or you have to give us another benefit. And it was kind of very important to myself and the entire association. And that's something that we want to continue doing. So we want to stay independent, stay objective, and that's really our unique selling point. We're actually the only entity called Crypto Valley that is not commercial, and that's our our motto. We're there for the members and nobody else.
And some new resources. I hear there's one sort of floating around your office right now, or your home office right now, that might want to pop in and say hi to our membership before we wrap up. Anybody
sure.
there? No, not coming in.
To introduce yourself.
Oh, there she is.
Hello, everyone. I'm Emma. I'm 25 years old, and I'm the new project management trainee for Crypto Valley Association, and I'm very happy about it.
I bet you are. Welcome to the team. It's so exciting. So we're going to do this on a monthly basis. We're not going to take up too much of your time when we do this. We're going to try to bring you a wrap up of what we've been doing and what we've been working on. We're wishing everybody a really good month ahead, and we will see you all in the wrap up that we bring to you for the month of October, which will be about a month from now.